Hello everyone, today we are talking about a product that might completely disrupt the industry in the state of California when it comes to the assault weapon ban, particularly with AR style rifles. Now, I'm not going to be linking to any products here, I'm just going to be showing some photos and kind of discussing some stuff. You got to keep in mind, I'm not a lawyer, this is not legal advice. I am just a guy that is having a conversation with himself to a camera, maybe going to shed some light on some things, get some thoughts going in your head. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this product down below. Before we get going though, I really do want to say thank you to one of the sponsors of this channel, and that is Route 66 Shooting Sport Park. I'm very happy to have their support. I'm actually going to be taking a class down there on December 11th. It's a nighttime low light course with Mike Glover. They do a whole lot of training opportunities out there, so if you're in the San Bernardino County area or just in the Southern California area and you want to get training, that is definitely an option to look into. I'm very happy to have their support. Now let's get into this. So an Instagram photo posted by a company in the state of California that is pretty popular, they have several locations. They posted a photo of Juggernaut Tactical's new lower receiver. This is from Ammo Brothers on Instagram. Now I'm going to have a screenshot overlaid here showing you the product itself. Now, this product, at first, if you read the caption, says, "First look at the Juggernaut Tactical Featureless Grip." And now, that first sentence, you might be thinking, well, that's not a photo of that funky grip that we kind of had a discussion about of, is it legal? Can you get your thumb up there? Can you get your thumb back there? Is that going to be something that's going to get you in trouble? Is that going to have the DOJ shoot your dog? Who knows? A lot of people are comfortable running that. Some big gun stores are selling those firearms currently. So if the DOJ really had a problem with it, one would assume that they would have cracked down on that already. But it then goes on to say, how you ask? Look at the trigger/lower. Let's get some discussion going on this. What do you think of this? Now, interestingly enough, this concept isn't brand new. It's not super original, actually. If we look at what is actually going on here, in case you haven't gathered that already, in the state of California, with rifles, there are certain features that are considered assault weapons, or would be considered assault weapon features. So, if you have a semi-auto center-fire rifle with detachable magazines, so a normal AR-15, right, with any one of these types of features, one of them being a pistol grip that protrudes conspicuously beneath the action, is I believe the way that it's described. Now, if you have one of the features like a pistol grip, that would mean that your gun is an assault weapon if it is semi-auto center fire with detachable magazines. That's why on a lot of my guns, when I'm on camera, you see me running those funky grips, doing stupid stuff like that, or you see people using a fixed magazine setup where you have to disassemble the action and drop it. Now, Juggernaut makes both products. They make a fixed mag setup and they make a featureless grip. And they sell firearms fully equipped with each side. This wouldn't be viable for pistols because the pistol definitions are different, but for a current person, if you look at this lower, they are saying that because the trigger guard or the upper portion of the trigger guard hole protrudes lower and where you would put your grip, let me grab a lower receiver actually. So this is actually a pretty good example. This is a featureless grip that I printed that is similar to the Juggernaut. So let's say you were grabbing this gun right here like a normal person with a normal grip. Your thumb web would actually be below this little line here. But they're saying that since they have built in that extension there, that the place where you grip it, now the web of your thumb is now above the exposed portion of the trigger. We don't have photos of both sides, so we can't really see if that little shelf is on both sides of it. I reached out to Juggernaut, they have not reached out back to me. I sent a message to Ammo Bros, they have not reached out back to me. This is something that if this is a viable solution, which I'm doubtful, but hopeful, if this is a viable solution, I would most likely run this type of lower on all of my AR lowers. So, for my rifle setups. So, I mentioned a few times that this isn't the first time we've seen something like this. Well, I believe back in 2016 or 2017, I can't specifically remember which year, but there was a thing called the Magic Line. Now, what this was a product by, I believe, Gunfighter Tactical that was essentially a little piece of sheet metal that attached kind of like anti-rotation pins but it was a thin piece of metal that would just go down one side of the trigger guard, basically like this, and meant that basically the same concept. The exposed portion of the trigger is now much lower, so your thumb doesn't actually sit up there. They had a website, I think it was called like disobeycalifornia.com or something like that, and this was a product that blew up. Everybody was talking about it for about 3 days, and then it disappeared off the internet. I reached out to Gunfighter Tactical probably about a year ago just asking. I was like, hey, like whatever happened to that? They saw my message, they did not respond to it. So this concept of exposed portion of the trigger and where you're actually grabbing it versus where you're able to grab it, I'm questionable whether or not this is going to fly. I think if this makes it to the market, the DOJ is going to respond very poorly, or in my opinion, what I would think the response would be poorly. They're going to be very negative about this. If they don't react, and this is a viable solution for people in the state of California to get an AR-15 lower receiver that has a normal pistol grip, or a normal-ish looking non-pistol grip, because that's technically, it wouldn't be a pistol grip, I think this would be a very viable option. Now, if you're using a featureless rifle with this setup, you would still have to have a fixed stock, no flash hider, no vertical foregrip, but you can have an AR-15 with a muzzle brake and a fixed position stock, like an adjustable one that you fix in place, and then have a normal pistol grip. So that seems like it would be a pretty desirable feature. Now, if you're interested in me getting my hands on one of these and getting more information, let me know down in the comment section down below. If you are going to be at Route 66 on December 11th and 12th, I might be there those days. Don't know if I'm going to be there on the 12th, but I'm definitely going to be taking the low light pistol course. I'm very excited to see this channel continue to grow. This has been a good year for me. The channel definitely slowed down after I got demonetized and then remonetized, kind of fucked up a whole lot of stuff with the channel, but I'm happy with where we're at. I'm happy that I can still come out here, make videos, talk to you guys. I see the same names over and over and over again, and I'm so happy with the community that we've built here. I am just very appreciative of what I have. This channel has offered me a lot, and it's done a lot of good things for my life, and it's allowed me to connect with people I never would have been able to before and do things I never would have been able to do before. And I'm very thankful, and it's really all because people enjoy this content and interact with me. It's kind of corny to say, but it's like it wouldn't be possible without the viewers, and it's the people that find value in this and share these videos with other people and continue to interact. And I think that's just so cool to have this little community that we've built. We're not the biggest channel on the internet, but I think that we are one of the best in terms of the community that we've built, in terms of how we've been able to educate people and how we've been able to affect gun culture in the state of California, and I'm very thankful. I know I said that way too many times. Saying thankful over and over again makes the word sound weird, but it's true. You guys know the drill. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace.